Good morning, Rattler! Yes, let's make some noise in here. I am Charles Wesley Lattimore Jr. from the city beautiful Orlando, Florida. And I'm not only a proud alumnus of Florida A&M University, but I'm also proud to have served as your first Mr. FAMU. It brings me honor to preside over today's program and to welcome each of you to none other than FAMU's 2017 Homecoming Convocation, AKA the world's best FAMU reunion. Today, we gather together to celebrate the highest of 7 hills and its life-changing global impact as we celebrate 130 years of excellence of caring. We've got an exciting program for you today, so let's do like rattlers do and get to striking. Now, just a few house rules. If you have any cell phones, we ask that you turn them off at this moment. If you have any babies with you that may cry, we ask that you turn them off at this moment. Turn to the person next to you and say hello. Now turn to the other person on the other side and say hello, good to see you. Now that we've gotten that out the way, during convocation time, we hope we won't have any interruptions. Also, at the end of the program, we're going to ask that you expeditiously exit the building because they have some wonderful things planned for you, and we need to turn around this wonderful space. So will you do that for us? All right, thank you. Now we will get this kicked off with our invocation by Minister Wendell McGahee, the occasion by the alumnus and filmmaker James Bland, and a performance by the university band and cheerleaders.
Eternal God, our Father, creator of all things, Lord, we thank you for this day and this moment. Thank you for bringing us together from near and far to celebrate that which you ordained here on the highest of 7 hills 130 years ago. God, we ask that everything that is done in this place on today for fun and celebration, God, be to your glory, and that we all have a wonderful time, and that we celebrate what you meant to be great. We ask that you bless everyone that is here under my voice this morning, oh God, and that this occasion be everything that you would have it to be, and celebrate the legacy of FAMU. Amen.
Good morning. Come on, Rattlers. Good morning. FAMU, you knew me when I didn't know myself. And when I lose myself, you find me. Whenever things get bad and I forget the good I've had, you help remind me. Those words are by Judah Force, and words that exemplify what it means to be a part of a family. But more specifically, the Rattler family. To be a son or daughter of none other than Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. Greetings, I am James Bland, and I am proud to represent the FAMU family. I am proud to represent the FAMU family and the School of Business and Industry as the creator and showrunner of the digital drama series Giants, currently streaming on Issa Rae's YouTube channel. Just like so many of you in this room, FAMU helped to shape me into the person I am today and gave me the strength and knowledge to excel no matter the odds that were stacked against me. We have come here for this family reunion to celebrate FAMU's 130-year legacy of excellence. A legacy that has helped to birth the movements and the leaders that have not only propelled our students and graduates into success, but have also impacted the world and made it a better place. This FAMU reunion is a time for us to reflect on the moments we've shared together on the Hill, connect with the students who will come after us, and unite to invest our time, treasure, talents into the institution that gave us all so very much. At this FAMU reunion, we are gathered together to say to the world with one voice that FAMU has not only changed the world over the last 130 years, but it is now positioned to turn the world upside down over the next 130 years. More than a century ago, they would have never imagined we would be here today as the best, top producing HBCU in the land. But together, we have silenced those who do not believe and have emerged as a beacon of hope for all to see. So FAMUans, enjoy this moment and let it become one more reminder of who you are and that nothing is impossible when you are a Rattler. This is the occasion. Keep striking, Rattlers.
Oh my Lord, 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 do what you wanna. That's a wonderful message to take with you. Do what you wanna, as long as it represents FAMU very well and it's legal. Moving right along, we will have now greetings from Lieutenant Colonel Gregory L. Clark, President of the FAMU National Alumni Association, followed by Kimberly A. Moore, Vice Chair of FAMU Board of Trustees, and Devin Harris, Vice President of Student Government Association, along with the introduction of Student Government by Darrell D. Parks, attorney, SGA President 1990 through 91 and 91 through 92, and the introduction of the Royal Court by Cherie Edwards, Miss FAMU 2007 to 2008, and Fred Johnson, Mr. FAMU 2011 to 2012, followed by another selection by the band.
Good morning, Rattler Nation. Happy homecoming. To the FAMU Board of Trustees, to President Larry Robinson, to my brothers of the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, Spring 87, celebrating their line anniversary, to all the other Greeks that's here this weekend celebrating their anniversary, welcome home. To the centennial class that entered this great university in the fall of 1987, welcome home. To all FAMU alums, supporters, and students. To our alumnus of the day, Miss Frankie Curtis McIntosh, a 1953 graduate of this great university, who is here celebrating homecoming with her family. Would a family Miss Frankie McIntosh please stand if you've made it here? I think you're here. There they are. Welcome home, Miss McIntosh. Glad to have you back. It is indeed an honor and a pleasure to stand before you as the 18th president of the FAMU National Alumni Association. And on behalf of the Executive Board, the Executive Council, and members of this great association, I bring you greetings. First, I want to introduce to you the wheel that makes this car go. Will the Executive Board of the FAMU National Alumni Association please stand? These hard-working individuals put in countless hours to ensure that Floyd A&M University is secure and will be here for years to come. Thank you. Now, will all members of the FAMU National Alumni Association please stand? I love it. Thank you. If you did not stand, you can go to www.famunaa.org and click register. And take care of that today. Don't leave here without doing it. Finally, I want to pay special recognition to Dr. Julian White. Dr. White, welcome home. Glad to have you back. Happy homecoming and go Rattlers.
Okay, we got to move it way down. Greetings, Rattlers. All right, okay. It is my pleasure to serve as your vice chair of the Florida A&M University Board of Trustees. You know, homecoming is always a special time at FAMU. It's when alumni have the opportunity to return to the highest of the 7 hills and reminisce about those special times and the experiences that made college life so memorable. It is also an opportunity for our current students to see firsthand the successful alumni that our beloved university has produced and just how powerful a FAMU education can be. Now, as FAMU celebrates 130 years of excellence, and on behalf of the FAMU Board of Trustees, I want to thank and congratulate each one of you in this room for your commitment to this distinguished institution's success. I am proud to be a part of the FAMU family, where I get a chance to witness absolutely every day the remarkable things that continue to happen, not only on this campus, but also through the work of the FAMUans around this world. So as we come together for the reunion like none other, it is inspiring to see so many Rattlers united for a common goal, and that's the success of our students. Through the united work of our various board, administrators, faculty, staff, students, alumni, and so many other supporters, FAMU continues to rise and emerge as one of the nation's premier universities. Together, we are providing more research opportunities for our students than ever before. This coupled with the enriching experiences that prepare our students for the new economy. Each of our alumni who go out and make their respective marks in the world validate just why and how and why FAMU is so important to our nation and certainly our world. In fact, one of the nation's most respected news organizations, Diverse Issues in Higher Education, recently ranked FAMU as the #1 HBCU overall. Additionally, if that wasn't enough, the university was also ranked #2 institution in the nation. Yes, that's right, the nation, among all universities for producing the most African American professional doctoral degrees. That's your FAMU, right? So this reunion, your reunion, our reunion, Rattlers, we have a lot to celebrate. And the great thing is we can celebrate knowing that not only have we achieved great things, but also more importantly, we've achieved these great things together as a family. This university, your university, our university, has persevered for more than a century through the blood, sweat, and tears of thousands who realize the multiplicity of opportunities that exist right here. FAMU will continue to survive with the ongoing support, again, of administrators who are committed, faculty, staff, students, alumni, and certainly other partners. So Rattlers, welcome home, yes, and always remember, FAMU yesterday, FAMU today, and FAMU forever. Thank you.
It's so hard to follow up behind Miss Kimberly Moore. Good morning, Rattlers. Good morning, Rattlers. How y'all doing? Y'all look really good in your orange and your green. Well, greetings and good morning. My name is Devin Harrison. I am a senior public relations major, political science minor student from Tallahassee, Florida, and I'm so humble and I'm so proud to say that I serve as your Student Government Association Vice President. I want to say good morning to the band. Good morning. Hey, how are y'all doing? I want to say good morning to all the student organizations and all the students in the Royal Court. Y'all look amazing. Good morning. Good morning to all the fraternities and sororities in the building this morning. On behalf of Student Government Association, we just want to remind everybody, hey, remember that it's homecoming, but remember that we are all students. Let's remember to stay on top of our schoolwork. Let's remember to stay on top of everything that we have to come. Being from Tallahassee, Florida, homecoming is the best time of the year. Homecoming is literally the moment where alumni come back. It's good to see you all come back. It's really good to see students connect with alumni and make those connections to go out in the world. And on behalf of us as a whole Student Government Association, we just want to say good morning. Thank you all for coming, and thank you for being here, and we're so excited to hear the speaker. Good morning.
Good morning, Rattlers. To our Vice Chair of our board, Kim Moore, and other members of the Board of Trustees who are here, members of our Foundation Board who might be present, our Boost organization, administrators, staff, and most of all, students. My name is Darrell Parks, 1992 graduate of the FAMU School of Arts and Sciences, former Vice Chair of our Board of Trustees, proud initiate 1989 of the Beta Nu Chapter Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. I would like to take this opportunity to recognize and ask all members of the current Student Government Association to please stand. Executive branch, Senate, Judicial, please stand to be recognized. Ambassadors, let's give them a round of applause. You know, at FAMU, we've always had a strong tradition of strong advocacy. And so I would like for anyone who's ever served as an elected official in student government at FAMU to stand at this time so we can recognize you, all former leaders of FAMU. Let's give them a round of applause. To our current student government, the people that you see standing before you have a strong history and legacy of advocacy, of protesting. I think about some of the leaders who have led marches for budget cuts, marches against Gulf wars, anything that we had to do to fight for FAMU's legacy. So to all of these past leaders who've come home today, welcome home. We hope you enjoy yourselves. Thank you so much.
Greetings, Rattlers. I am Cherie Edwards, a third-generation Rattler from the delightful city of Miami, Florida. And I serve as the 101st Miss Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. On such a momentous occasion, it is indeed an honor and esteemed pleasure to return on my 10-year anniversary as reigning Miss FAMU, among with other members of the 2007-2008 Royal Court.
And I'm so happy to be back on the Hill to celebrate 130 years of excellence with caring during this family reunion. As it is a family reunion indeed. As a matter of fact, my mother, Vivian Johnson, who is here today, served at the 75th Miss Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. And greetings, I am Fred Johnson. I served as Mr. Florida A&M University 2011-2012.
Yes, it's always great to recognize our past royalty. With the 2007-2008 Royal Court, please stand. As well as any other former members of the Royal Court, please stand to be recognized. Thank you for your service. At this time, we would like to take this moment to introduce the 2017 Royal Court. Miss Freshman Attendant, Ariel Solomon, Pre-Elementary Education Scholar, hailing from Tampa, Florida.
Escorted by William Gardner, a third-year Business Administration Scholar from Jacksonville, Florida.
Miss Sophomore Attendant, Kyra Freeman, Biology, Pre-Medicine Scholar, hailing from the beautiful city of Miami, Florida.
Escorted by Deterius Parker, a junior political science transfer scholar with a minor in business administration from Leesburg, Florida.
Miss Junior Attendant, Danielle Tate, a business administration scholar from Chicago, Illinois.
Escorted by William Chris Collins, a senior business administration student from Plant City, Florida.
Miss Senior Attendant, Serenity Roscoe, a criminal justice major, minor with a pre-law scholar from Miami, Florida.
Escorted by Andre French, a junior criminal justice major, minor in political science from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Miss Graduate Attendant, Darren Harper, a professional MBA scholar from Jacksonville, Florida.
Escorted by Alfonso Barber, a senior broadcast journalism student from Newberry, Florida.
Queen of Orange and Green, Jaquila London, a third-year English major, scholar from Oviedo, Florida.
And the king of Orange and Green, Brighton LeGray, a fourth-year business administration student from Miami, Florida.
And your Mr. Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University for the 2017-2018 academic school year, Mr. Jordan Seeley.
And your Miss Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University for the 2017-2018 academic school year, my sister, Michelle Marva Johnson, a double major in business administration and theater and performing arts. Thank you so much.
I need you and you need me. We're all a part of the FAMU family. And because we are family, those of you who are coming in, I just want to iterate to you because we have to move this program. At the end of the program, please exit the building expeditiously. Now is the time that we're going to introduce you to the people, for those of you who are visiting, who you've entrusted your children to, as well as you adults who you have put your education in the hands of. We'll have the introduction of our administrators and new staff by Mr. Rodney Wright, the interim provost and vice president for academic affairs. Introduction of the band staff by Dr. Shelby Chipman, director of bands, and the introduction of Rattler athletics team by the athletics director Milton Overton, followed by another selection by the university band.
Good morning. I have the distinct pleasure of introducing the senior leadership team that is on the dais this morning. First, I'd like to introduce Attorney Linda Barge Miles, Special Assistant to the President. Mr. George Cotton, Vice President for University Advancement and Executive Director of the Foundation. Ms. Kathy Times, Executive Associate Director of the Office of Communications. Mr. Rick Givens, Vice President for Audit and Compliance. Dr. Charles Weatherford, Associate Vice President for Research and Interim Director of Title III. Dr. William Hudson, Vice President for Student Affairs. Mr. Milton Overton, Athletic Director. Dr. Wanda Ford, Interim CFO and Vice President for Finance and Administration. Attorney Shara Thomas, Acting General Counsel. And Dr. Maurice Eddington, Vice President for Strategic Planning, Analysis, and Institutional Effectiveness. Let's give them a hand, please. At this time, I'd like to introduce our deans of the schools and colleges. Dr. Deanna Ziegler, Interim Dean, School of Journalism and Graphic Communication. Dr. Patricia Green-Powell, Interim Dean, College of Education. Dr. Seth Ablordaby, Interim Dean, College of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences. Dr. Sonia Stevens, Interim Dean, College of Science and Technology. Dr. Leroy Purnell, Interim Dean of the College of Law. Dr. Shanta Friday Stroud, Dean of the School of Business and Industry. Dr. Cynthia Hughes Harris, Dean of the School of Allied Health Sciences. Dr. Victor Ebanisi, Dean of the School of the Environment. Dr. David Jackson, Dean of the Graduate School of... Dr. Henry Talley, Dean of the School of Nursing. Dr. Valencia Matthews, Dean of the College of Social Sciences, Arts, and Humanities. Not here this morning is Mr. Andrew Chin, who is the Interim Dean of the School of Architecture and Engineering Technology. Dr. Robert Taylor, College of Agriculture and Food Sciences. And Dr. J. Murray Gibson, FAMU FSU College of Engineering. At this time, would all new administrators at Florida A&M please stand who are here today? All new administrators. Will all new faculty here at Florida A&M that are here today please stand? All new faculty. Will all faculty at Florida A&M please stand who are here today? All faculty. Thank you, thank you.
All right, give it up. Let's make some noise in there. Good morning, Rattlers. God is good, and all the time. My name is Dr. Shelby Chipman. I serve as Director of Bands here. To our interim president, Dr. Larry Robinson, all of the administration, faculty, students, alumni, retirees, and community at large, we welcome you here as you're assembled. I have the awesome opportunity to introduce the greatest band staff and student marching band members in the world. And I know I need to be brief because Mrs. Sabrina Thompson already told me, Dr. Chipman, you only have 3 minutes. So I'm going to ask you to hold your applause to the very end. I'd like to introduce our band staff members that are present today. Of course, we have Ms. Deidre McRoy, who's our compliance officer. We have Mr. Longenu Parsons, our trumpet professor. If you would please stand. Mr. Robert Griffin, our trombone professor. Dr. Sylvester Young, music education, former director of bands. Mr. Lindsey B. Sargent, chairman of the music department and arranger. Mr. Ralph John Paul, lower brass, tuba euphonium. Dr. Shayla L. James, tenured faculty member, director of percussion. And Dr. Nicholas Thomas, woodwind coordinator. Please acknowledge the members of the FAMU band staff, along with Ms. Kimberly Taylor, who serves as the office manager, Joe Bullard, as well as Tony Lavelle. I'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the former director of bands, the second director of bands at Florida A&M, Lieutenant Colonel Greg Clark has already acknowledged them, but certainly I would be remiss if we did not acknowledge again Dr. Julian E. White, retired director of bands, Florida A&M University, chairman of the music department. Thank you so much, Dr. White, for all you have done for Florida A&M. Welcome home. He'll be the special guest conductor with the alumni band members later on today and tomorrow. I also would like to recognize the freshman students in this class. In case you're wondering, I think we have 241 certified students who are participating, slightly up from last year's 220. And in that group, I'd like for the 116 members of the freshman class to please stand. I'd also like to acknowledge, thank you, make a couple of announcements. Of course, many of you have heard we have continued to make great progress under the leadership of our administration as well as band staff members, and we're certainly very appreciative for all that many of you have done in the different initiatives we've had as we, of course, in 2015 traveled to the New York Carnegie Hall, first African-American ensemble to perform there, and of course the initiatives we've had with the 70 for 70. And recently we announced at the last football game, the Florida University Band has been invited to march in the 2019 Tournament of Roses Parade in Pasadena, California. And you'll be hearing more news and information regarding our fundraising efforts. It's going to take a lot of money to get us out to Pasadena, and the administration is doing everything they can, but we know we're going to be working with the National Alumni Association as well as everyone here, near and far, to help make that possible. We have a special show for you guys tomorrow. We have a tribute to the class of 2007 that's providing the t-shirts the band is going to wear underneath the uniforms on Saturday. Class of 97 has contributed, again, dollars to the program. Class of 2002 has challenged every class. 2002 class is presenting a check to the 100 on tonight at the alumni meeting for $2,002, and they're challenging every class that's ever marched in the class to do the same. So we thank you for that initiative, as well as all of the initial dollars that we've received. On Wednesday, I attended the 220 Quarterback Club, and I want to thank Eddie Jackson and those members for your kind donation. And I would also like to add that Dr. Julian E. White presented the band the first $1,000 towards our Tournament of Rose Parade, followed by Dr. Young, who also presented a $1,000 check. And then I had to get up in front, and I said I'm going to take a donation so that I can have my $1,000 to give. So we're off and rolling with the finances for that trip, but really, very seriously, everybody, we really appreciate everything that you guys do to support the University Marching Band and all of our ensembles. We'll continue to do the right thing and move forward as we represent this university. We're looking forward to Homecoming 2017 and all of the other activities throughout the year. Thank you so much and have a great homecoming. Be safe.
Morning, Rattlers.
Give it up one more time to Dr. Chipman and the baddest band in the land. Joe Bullard would call them the Hunt. We've got an awesome program, and so welcome home, Rattler family. We're glad to see each and every one of you. It's just everyone's so beautiful. I bring you greetings, warm greetings from the athletic department, our coaches, student athletes, as we thank you all for your tremendous support, unwavering support, as we work to build champions in the classroom and the field and in life with academic integrity and excellence. The other thing I want to say today is that I'm so grateful. Our athletic department is so grateful to you and grateful to her, and I'm going to explain who her is. So she, the grace that she gives, the love that she gives, the kindness that she gives, the embrace that she gives, and the steady transfer of lifelong knowledge. She is FAMU. And you can't graduate from this institution without feeling that, right? I said you can't graduate from this institution without feeling that love, right? Well, that's what we feel every day, all day, and so that's why we are eternally grateful for all of your support and just the ability to walk on the highest of 7 hills. So I'm going to make sure that I acknowledge our staff, our executive staff that works day in and day out with our student athletes to support their needs. Travis Glasgow, Marvin Green, Eric Rashad, Von Wilson, Chris Asia, Portia Tidwell, and all the rest of our coaches. I want to also acknowledge our teams today before we bring up our head football coach. I want to start with Coach Guthrie. She's the director of tennis, men's and women's tennis. They just won, there we go, right over there. The men just won the MEAC championship last year, so give it up for them. All right. Next championship coach up is Coach Moore, Darlene Moore. She is now the director of both men's and women's track and field. Multiple MEAC championships. The next one is our softball coach. Everybody knows Coach Wiggins. Over 800 victories of her career here on the highest of 7 hills. Our volleyball coach is also a championship coach, Coach Triffenau. Our volleyball team, give it up for our volleyball team. Women's basketball team is starting action again very soon. Coach Gibson, you guys stand up. Women's basketball, give it up. Coach Karen Brown, women's bowling. You guys give it up for our bowling team. Coach Shoup, baseball. You guys are actually headed for another championship. Let's give it up for our baseball team. I want you to help me welcome our brand new men's basketball coach, Coach Robert McCullum, and the men's basketball program. Please give it up for them. Now I want to introduce you, and our coach will introduce our football team. The Soldiers Gladiators on the field that will be in arms for you tomorrow. I said they'll be in arms for you tomorrow, because I know we're going to be loud and proud, right? Bragg Stadium is going to be packed, ready to go, because you got to have what? They got to bring it. We got to bring it. Coach Wood has helped us academically with our student athletes as we've gone through NCAA probation. He has worked diligently, and this is very important for everybody to understand, diligently to support and bring here great young men of character and excellence, okay? And so I want to thank him for that as we rebuild and move forward in our football program to do one thing. The Rattlers are only supposed to be in one position, and that's position of number 1. That's what we aspire to do. That's what we will do. And you guys, I know, will help us get there. Am I right? Come on with it now. We got to have some help. We got to run those Aggies from A&T off the field, because you know what? They come to Bragg Stadium, and we plan to give them hell. Blood, sweat, and tears all day. All right, so also one last thing before I bring up Coach Wood to talk about the team is Tommy Mitchell with the Rattler Boosters. We've launched a campaign, a homecoming campaign, so I know he'll be there taking up the proceeds. We obviously need your help from a fundraising standpoint. We got to build some facilities. I said we've got to build some facilities. This is our group that's going to help get that done, all right? So you guys see Mr. Mitchell and Mr. Ramon Alexander, okay? Without further ado, our head football coach, Coach Alex Wood.
Good morning, Rattlers. Thank you, Milton. I appreciate the kind introduction. And welcome back, all alumni. It's great to have you back on the tallest of 7 hills here in Tallahassee, Florida A&M University, where we have perfected excellence with caring for 130 years. And along with that 130 years, it's been 110 years of Rattler football. And within that 110 years, we lay claim to 567 victories. And we're fixing to make it 568 tomorrow. Now, without any further ado, I'd like to say thanks. This is a time for us to say thank you to all the folks who help us run our program, also the folks who support us financially and in every other way possible. First, Dr. Robinson, thank you very much for all the things that you do for us. Appreciate it. Linda, thank you very much. Also, the Board of Trustees. Greg Clark, with all y'all do in the Alumni Association, I know how hard you work and how much you support us. We really do appreciate it. To all the 220 Club, to the Rattler F Club, Tommy Mitchell, the Booster Club, all y'all folks, hey, thank you, thank you. We can't say thank you enough, and we're going to make it all pay off here in 2017, believe me. Also, within our program or within the university and the university body, I'd like to say congrats to obviously the court, obviously Michelle Johnson and Jordan Seeley. Congratulations to you all for what you do. Thank you very much, all right? And enjoy the weekend. It's going to be a great weekend, I promise. Also, within our program, I'd like to start by recognizing, first and foremost, my partner, the love of my life, and partner for 36 years, my wife, if you would stand up, Rosa Wood. And I know that we have some other wives here. Gwen, I know you're here. Any other wives here? If you are, please stand up and just wave your hand, because we appreciate all the support that you give your husbands, our coaches, for what we're trying to get accomplished on this particular job. Also, Robin Wallace, she's my administrative assistant, helps us in everything that we do, helps us make payroll and all that good stuff and make sure all the players are taken care of. Robin, thank you very much. Now, what I'd like also quickly is all of our coaches, including our strength staff, all the coaches, just all together, stand up and wave your hands so everybody knows who you are. All the coaches, stand up, please. I'd like to recognize Akima, Adina, her medical staff. If you're here, who all's here, please stand up and just raise your hand. Thank you for all that you do to keep our players healthy, to look after them, not only on the field, but off the field, during hours, after hours, in the morning, in the evening. Thank you very much. Also, our equipment staff to help us keep these guys in safe and sound equipment. Appreciate it. Thank you. Our video staff. Without you all, we can't teach, we can't coach, we can't get it done right. Thank you very much. Also, Major Behrens. Major Behrens just recently has put together a staff that helps us keep our place presentable. We really do appreciate it because it makes the day go great and makes us feel proud about what we do and where we go to work. Appreciate that, Major. Also, our athletic administration, AD Overton staff, all that you do, everything that you have to do in order to keep us moving forward and help us to be successful. Thank you very much. Again, our compliance, marketing, Marching 100. Y'all bring it. Y'all inspire us. Hey, just the presentation alone is what we try to obviously emulate, all right? Looking like a team. Looking like we're all together. Precision. Execution. That's what it's all about in your world and in ours. Thank you very much for what you do. Student body. Student body. Come on out now. Hey, gotta have you. We gotta have you. Here's what we've talked to the team about. When A&T rolls in here, if it's today or tomorrow, as soon as they step foot out of that locker room, you are in Bragg Stadium, and we are saying, not today. Not today. It's our day. Cheerleaders, thank you very much. And now for the student athletes, and I emphasize the student athletes on our team, our players. Let me start. Let me have our captains. Let me call your name. Tevin Spells. Stand up, Tevin. Osmond Aguilera. Terry Jefferson. Those are our captains. Let's give them a hand. Now, a little bit about Tevin. Tevin is an interdisciplinary study major. He will graduate at the end of the year. Osmond Aguilera, construction engineering, will graduate at the end of the year. Terry Jefferson, health and leisure studies, will graduate in the spring, but that will be a 3-year stint. He'll graduate in 3 years. Desmond Noor, Desmond, stand up. He's our starting tight end. He's already graduated, all right, and criminal justice major, playing his last year. And I'm proud to say every year that I've been here, we've had at least one, if not multiple, graduate students compete in their last year of competition. Thank you very much. Now, hey, as a group here, now, hey, O-line, stand up. Wave your hands, O-line, please, hurry, stand up so they can see who you are. D-line, stand up so they can see who you are. Hurry. Quarterbacks, stand up. Wave your hands so they can see who you are. DBs, stand up. Running backs, stand up. Give me those mean linebackers, stand up. I need some playmaking wide receivers. Please stand up. Give me that tight end group. Stand up. And we need to put some points on the board, men. Kickers, stand up. And we can't do it if you don't snap the ball right. Snappers, stand up. Now, in closing, I'd like to say that, hey, alumnus, we love you. We thank you for your unconditional support and the encouragement that you give our student athletes. Let's get this done together. Let's win tomorrow. Happy homecoming. Let's go Rattlers, beat North Carolina A&T. Thank you.
Rattler Nation, let's make some noise in this place. I can't hear you. I need you to stand to your feet and make some noise. Where the real Rattlers at? When the walls of Jericho came down, the children of Israel, it came down with a shout. And so I need about 2 or 3 of y'all to begin to open your mouth and make some noise, because it's time for a war cry. I said it's time for a war cry. Open your mouth and make some noise in this place. Let's go, Rattler Nation.
Let me hear you say yes. All right, I ain't gonna do it. You know we black people will take anything to church. Dr. Chipman, I just want you to know that that was one extraordinary introduction. So the next time, for the sake of time, I'm not gonna start the program over. But next time they call me to do something, I just want to borrow the band for my introduction. Would that be all right? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been prayed for. We have been entertained with music. We've made introductions. And now it's time to be inspired by a word. So coming forward to introduce our speaker will be Rochard Morissette, the 47th student pro tem, followed by our homecoming speaker, actor, producer, and community servant, Montrell M. Miller. Then we'll have some presentations, another selection by the university band, and then our closing remarks by interim president, Dr. Larry Robinson. And in the words of the famous Viola Davis, I dedicate this to all of you, that you are smart, you are kind, and you are important.
Good morning, everyone. I can't hear you. That wasn't all that good. Good morning, everyone. Now, there is about 6,000 of you all in here. Why can I not hear you? Good morning, everyone. Much better. I love it. Greetings. I am Rochard Morissette, and I serve as the 47th Student Senate President Pro Tempore and an agribusiness student. And I am honored to have the opportunity to introduce today's speaker. If you've ever seen his YouTube channel, you should know that Montrell Miller loves FAMU and shares that love wherever he goes. Thousands of viewers have laughed and reminisced about the FAMU experience through his hilarious series, Stuff FAMU and Say, taking viewers on a roller coaster of FAMUisms like the traditional FAMU greeting, Greek week, wait for this one, waiting for your net check, and bargaining with Soul Train on the quad for snacks. And if you haven't seen his YouTube channel yet, then I am sure you have seen him stealing the show on TV, at the movies, or starring in one of your favorite commercials or plays. A proud 2007 graduate of the College of Agriculture and Food Sciences Agribusiness Program, CAFS, Montrell Miller is certainly a rattler who is not only on the move, but ensuring that he pays homage to the College of Love and Charity along the way. While on the Hill, Montrell served as a presidential ambassador, deputy attorney general in the Student Government Association, a member of the Hatchet Pre-Law Society, a member of the University Honors Program, a member of Phi Alpha Delta Law Fraternity, there we go, and a member of the Beta Nu chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. There we go. And while he enjoyed every minute of his FAMU experience, he also displayed a commitment to scholarship, graduating with honors, summa cum laude. Today, not only is he making us proud as a star of hit television shows and films like Atlanta, Being Mary Jane, Selma, House of Pain, Unconditional, Resurrection, and Coffee Shop, or commercials for the NBA, Coca-Cola, Ford, Delta, and Toyota? Wow. But Montrell Miller dedicates his time by doing what rattlers do best, reaching back to help others as a mentor for young actors and volunteer with such organizations as the YMCA and Boys and Girls Club of America. Now, if you know me, you know I am very long-winded, and while I can go on and on about his impact, I think you'd rather see him in action for yourself. So without further ado, Mr. Montrell Miller.
Let me get right.
Take this microphone. Rashad, thank you so much for that great introduction. Woo! Florida A&M University. Let me just take a moment to just look and take all of this in. I'm looking at a room full of educated, beautiful people. Give yourselves a round of applause. I want to express my appreciation for President Robinson, the Board of Trustees, alumni, faculty and staff, student body, state and local officials, and all those that support this illustrious university. It feels so amazing to be back on the Hill, celebrating 130 years of excellence. Woo! 130 years. Now, I don't know if you all realize it or not, but that's a long time. FAMU has and will continue to be a beacon of light that shines on this world. Oh, like the old saying says, FAMU is like a fine wine that gets better with time. One time for the best school in the land. Let's go! Let's go! Rattlers, it's homecoming! It's homecoming! Let's go. I love this unity, this energy in this room. Shout out to my football team. Let's go. Let's go. I see you. Let's go out there and get that 568 win, okay? And I want to see some touchdown dances. Shout out to the Marching 100. That always wows us, so I know you're going to do it again. And a little birdie told me that you all are going to be participating in the 2019 Rose Bowl parade. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. Is it? Did I hear right? Did I hear correctly? Go show out. Man, it feels good to be home. It feels so good. Oh, man, it feels great. I mean, I come back to this hill, and I just see all these faces. Oh, my goodness, it feels good. I see all these new renovations. I walk on the campus, and I see all the new infrastructures and additions, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. And I don't know about you, my fellow alumni, but I've thought about enrolling back in classes. FYI, I'm looking for a roommate, so DM me. Another reason I love coming back home is because this feeling that I get when I come back to FAMU is the same feeling I get when I go back to my hometown in Newton, Georgia. I feel loved. I feel appreciated. I get some good food. Ooh, and I get to just reminisce about the good old days. Oh, I can vividly remember hanging out and walking down the set Fridays. Oh, walking up and down those lovely hills, studying in Coleman Library until 2 in the morning, and asking for 5 more minutes just so I can finish printing out this paper that's due in 5 hours. Oh, and how can I forget all those great homecoming weeks? Woo! FAMU, FAMU. I just want to say you have instilled so much in me. You have given me the tools I need to conquer this world. And I want to share some things I've learned with you all on my journey. But first, I want to tell you all how an agribusiness student became an actor. When I graduated, I had a job offer on the table with a consulting firm, but I wasn't sure if that's what I wanted to do. So I hopped in an African American history program here at FAMU because I wanted to be a professor. I went from wanting to be a lawyer to a professor. I was trying to figure things out. One day, I was hanging out at one of my fraternity brothers' house. And now for all who don't know, I pledged to beta new chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. One time for the bros. Oh, 6. While hanging out over my fraternity's brother's house, my fraternity step team was having a meeting about homecoming. And one of the brothers informed them that he couldn't participate anymore. So the brothers are up in arms. They're like, wow, what are we gonna do? And I'm just sitting there, quiet as a mouse, watching all of this unfold. And then they just say, what are we gonna do? Who are we gonna get to do this? And then I hear, the room goes completely silent. And then I hear, hey, Trail, can you do this? This, I didn't know what he was talking about. So he explained to me that as part of the step show routine, they're gonna do a video skit where they portray P. Diddy. And they needed me to play the role of P. Diddy, Puff Daddy. He has so many names, whatever you know him by. Now, I said, okay. So they gave me some lines to read. And I guess you can say this was my first official audition. So I read the lines, it went great, and they said, okay, brother, good, we're gonna film this tonight. Filming that video was an amazing experience. It just felt right. Fast forward to the night of the step show. The video premieres on the Jumbotron, and the entire Civic Center is just laughing hysterically. And I'm just sitting there all the way down here looking up at the Jumbotron like, wow, that's me. All the way up there, making people laugh, making people feel. After the show, people came up to me and congratulated me and said, wow, we didn't know you're an actor. And I said, I'm not an actor, I just did that to support my step team. But after I took everything in and I processed it, acting was what I wanted to do. I found my passion. I found my passion. So I started doing research, reaching out to industry professionals, taking classes. I took a class over at Florida State. I took a workshop here at FAMU, and I started working on independent projects. I found my passion, acting. Now, let me take it back a little bit. When I told you all about the job offer, and this is where the stars aligned. For some reason, because I never got back to the consulting firm, but this job offer was still on the table 4 or 5 months later. I don't know how. I just emailed them back and said, hey, I want to accept the job. They said, okay. So I took the job, I left my graduate program, and I moved to Atlanta to pursue my career in acting. Now, I know I took the job because I know I needed money to support my dreams and also pay bills. You gotta pay your bills. Gotta pay your bills. Now, agribusiness. I want to just give a big shout out to my major, agribusiness. And Rashad, you're in a great major, brother. You're in a great major. Now, even though I'm not working in the agribusiness sector, I still use those tools today in my acting and in my film production company, from marketing to management to economics. So thank you so much, agribusiness. Now, Rattlers, this homecoming is a very special one to me. 10 years ago, 10 homecomings ago, 2007, was when my dream of becoming an actor received its first heartbeat on this very campus. And now, I am blessed to be back 10 years later, celebrating my 10-year anniversary of graduating and of becoming an actor, the same time we celebrate 130 years of excellence. Yeah. Wow. That just brings joy to my heart. Now, like I said, I learned some things on my journey, and I want to talk to you all about some things that I've learned on my journey, a journey that's ongoing, by the way, that I feel can help you all out, and I hope can help you. So now, Rashad, yes, you. I need you to come receive something for me real quick. Come on up here, brother. Got a little gift for you. All right, open that up. Just take your time. Take your time. Come on, man. Okay, y'all. Anybody got a joke? Okay. All right, what is it? Open it up. What you got there?
A thank you card. Barnes & Noble's thank you card. It's a gift card.
Gift card, okay, cool, okay. Now, are you excited that you got that?
Yes, because
I love to read. I really do appreciate this.
So you're gonna use that gift card?
Of course.
You are? All right. Now with that being said, I don't want you to ever use that card. Actually, never. I don't want you to use it. Actually, I want to come visit you when you're 150 years old, and I still want you to have that card tucked away, unused. Is that okay?
Of course.
You okay with that? You're not? So
of course. That's not
okay, you're okay. Thank you. You go use it, man. Thank you for participating, brother. Don't use it all in one place. Well, I guess you got to. It's a gift card. All right. So, the same way I was excited that Rashad was going to use the gift that I gave him is the same way I believe that God gets excited when you use the gift that He gave you. I don't think God wants you to tuck it away. He gets enjoyment out of that. He wants you to share your gifts with the world. That's why He gave it to you. You're special. You're special. Now, I made up in my mind a long time ago that I was going to demand from myself that I share my gifts. And I want you. Yeah, you. I want you to demand that from yourself. Look the person in the mirror that you see every day and say, I'm going to share my gifts. Look that person in the mirror. And the beautiful thing about FAMU is that you can realize those things. It provides everything you need and gives you the assistance you need to share your gifts. It gives you everything you need to explore through trial and error and find out what works for you. You have endless mentors. You have study abroad. You have internships. You can join organizations. You can start your own organization. That's what FAMU gives you. And now my alumni, including myself, because it doesn't just stop here. This applies to us as well. Tap into your alumni networks. Utilize those things. Utilize the people who are readily available to help you and want to see you succeed. And also, for those who probably feel like Montreal, you know, I don't know what you're talking about. I think it's too late for me to share my gifts. I want you to understand that it's never too late to share your gifts. It's never too late. Because as long as you got that gift and you're gonna have it forever, you can share it. Share that gift. The great Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison. That's equivalent to 324 months, 9,855 days. But that brother was destined to shine, and shine he did. Now, just like the great Mandela's journey, you're gonna have challenges. And that brings me to my next point. Most people's perception of success is a straight line from point A to point B. Smooth sailing, put it on cruise control. But life's reality, on the other end, is filled with tumultuous situations. You're gonna have your ups, your downs, your hills, your valleys, a lot of calamities along the way. Those ups, those downs, those hills, and those valleys, and those calamities along the way. That's what you have to fall in love with. The process. The process. Because that's going to be a vast majority of your journey. You have to become comfortable with the uncomfortable. And you have to go through it. Can't nobody go through it for you. You have to walk through it. And it gets ugly. I want to let you know it gets ugly. My journey has beaten me up time and time and time and time and time and time again. I've come home feeling worthless, helpless, lost, feeling like a tumbleweed just going through the town. I've come home to credit card and bills stacked to the ceiling. going into credit card debt just so I can keep up with these bills, having bad credit. I've been hanging around my friends and family at times, having a big smile on my face, having a good time, all while realizing I didn't know how I was gonna pay next month's rent. I didn't have gas to put in my car. I've sacrificed time with my family and friends, time that I can't get back because of this journey. This journey can break you down. Oh, it can break you down. Mentally break you down. You have to be ready for that. It can make you feel alone. It can make you feel worthless and isolate you. You have to be ready for that. I got to a point in my acting career where I just got tired of auditioning. I got tired of going and sitting in somebody's room and waiting for my name to be called and go into the room and then put it all out there and perform and then get a no and then do it tomorrow and go into somebody else's room, put it all out there, put my heart on the line to get another no, to get another no, to get another no. No, 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 no. Sometimes multiple no's in one day. I got tired of that. I got tired of breaking myself down, building myself up, breaking myself down, building myself up, breaking myself down, just to do it over and over again. It hurt. I had this one situation, a day where I received 2 no's, and it hurt. And I want to tell you, oh, and also, something that's very important. I also would always compare myself to others, peers and non-acting peers. And I want to tell you all that never compare yourself to others, because that's the greatest thing that, never compare yourself to others. It's the ultimate pitfall because it diminishes your accomplishments. I want to repeat that. Never compare yourself to others because it's the ultimate pitfall and it diminishes what you've already done. I had a situation, like I said, where I had 2 no's in one day. One no, it came down to myself and another guy, and I didn't get it. So I called my mom to talk about it, because that's what I would always do. Well, I still do. I call my mom to talk about things I go through. So I called mom and said, hey, mom, I didn't get that audition, or both, either one of them. And being the loving mom that she is, she said, how are you doing, Montreal? You okay? The first word that came out of her mouth made me collapse to the floor, drop my phone, and I started crying uncontrollably. I was crying. I was hurt. And I could hear her on the phone, Montreal, 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 pick up the phone, Montreal. And every word she said just made me cry harder and harder and harder. I felt I was done. I was exhausted. You think about that. On one end of the phone, you have a mother who feels helpless because she is 200 miles away from being able to console her youngest child. And then on the other end, you got a son feeling helpless and worthless and feeling like he let his mom and the rest of his family down because he's been chasing what seems to be a shooting star. It hurt. I eventually got to a point where I just wanted to quit acting. And I said, I'm done. Hey, maybe it's time to go back to corporate America. Get a situation that's more consistent, where I'm able to help out my family if I need to. Hey, you had a good run in acting, Montreal. You met some cool people. You worked on some cool projects. Hey, you can tell your grandkids about it. But that time is up. Just when I was starting to make this my reality, I booked a role in the movie Coffee Shop. Wow, this was a redefining moment in my career because it made me rededicate myself to acting, put 2 feet in, and never look back. No. You can't put 1 1/2 feet in, or 1 9/10 feet in. You got to put both feet in and go. Things begin to happen after that. I began to book jobs and book more jobs. And several months after booking Coffee Shop, I booked a role on the Academy Award nominated film Selma. Fall in love with this process. Embrace it. Stay in the fight. Stay in the fight. Rattlers, you stay in that fight. You're going through something right now, but you stay in that fight. You get through it, Rattler. You stay in that fight. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. You, all the way up there. Stay in that fight. You stay in that fight. Because it's worth it. Trust me, it's worth it. One of my favorite quotes is fall 7 times, stand up 8. I'm here to tell you, Rattlers, you're gonna fall. And it's gonna hurt. Bad. How long will it hurt? I don't know. How long will you be down? You know, I really wish I could tell you. I really wish I could take some of those blows for you. It took me 45 auditions before I booked my first job. 45 auditions. No after no, after no, after no, after no, after no, after no. Now let me break that down. Imagine if on my 43rd audition, I quit. Or on my 44th one, I quit. Let's break it down a little deeper. Imagine if on my way to my 45th audition, I took a detour and said, you know what? I'm done with acting. I wouldn't be here standing here talking to you today. Embrace the process. As I said earlier, my journey is ongoing. I still deal with stuff, but I am mentally ready for whatever. Because the process makes you stronger, more resilient, and more confident than you ever thought you could be. Oh, you're gonna start looking at your challenges and challenging your challenges. Like, really? That's all you got? Huh? You better go link up with another challenge and try to come back at me, because that's not enough. You'll start laughing at your challenges. Bring it on. It's all setting you up to be great. And to be great, you also need great people around you. I am blessed to have a loving family and friends that support me along this journey in life. Mama and the rest of my family, please stand up real quick. I gotta talk to y'all about something. Y'all stand up real quick. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. All right, all right, all right, all right. Y'all looking good. Wow. I look at my cousin Melissa. It's like the sister I never had. Thank you so much for always looking out for me. Wow, look at my nieces and nephews. Look at Sienna, Talia, Jalen, Kamora, and Landon. Y'all are not here. Y'all are watching. But I love y'all so much. Talia, did I get your name in there? Did I say your name? Okay. Make sure I got you. Talia, Sienna, Jalen, Kamora, Landon. It's 5. There's so many of y'all. But I love y'all so much. I do this for you all. I can have a bad day and I can look at a photo of you all and it keeps me going. I want to be a great example for my great uncle. I want to be a great example for you all. So just know I love you. You ever need me. To my brothers, my big role models. I got my big brother, Junior, Tony. Pat, you're watching. Tony is a fellow alum. One of the biggest reasons I came to FAMU. Talk to him, Tony. Wow. My sister-in-law, Diana, see, that's Tony's wife. She's taken. But brothers, I appreciate y'all so much. Just looking over there, I might shed some tears. But I really appreciate you all being great examples for me. being great examples for me, big role models. Thank you. To my dad, I know you're watching from up top. I can hear you laughing right now. Thank you so much. Oh, and last but not least, to my mama. Mama, mama, you know I love you. Mom, I just want to say thank you so much for being a great example for all of us. Man, ups and downs, you know everything I've been through. Thank you. Because of you, I am me, family. And friends, thank you all so much. My friend Kathy, John, and everybody else that supports me. Thank y'all. And my rappers, thank you all so much. I want to leave y'all with one more thing, Rattlers. I want to encourage you all to give back. Give back, because when you give back, you not only help others, but you in turn help yourself. So with that said, my email address is montrailmiller@gmail.com. Feel free to reach out to me on anything you need advice-wise on your journey. I am here for you. I get busy, so I might not respond right away. But you have my word that I will respond. We gotta hold each other accountable, Rattlers. We are a team. And what's the goal of a team? To win the championship. So let's go get that ring. Now, Rattlers, you all have my word. So now I need your word. I need your word that you're gonna share your gifts. Fall in love with that process and give back. This side of the room, do I have your word? Okay, okay. This side of the room, do I have your word? In front of me, do I have your word? Wow, wow, I love that. Everybody, do I have your word? That is music to my ears. Wow. Wow. You know, today is Friday the 13th. So that's supposed to be like a scary day, right? For the world. But I'm gonna tell you what the world should be scared of. All of this Rattler pride that we are injecting into it. Let's go! Man, I'm so happy. Rattlers, continue to be great. Continue to be great. I am FAMU, you are FAMU, and no matter wherever you go, you will always be FAMU. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Rattlers, for all your time. I truly appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yes, yes, I appreciate you, each and every one of you. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna lock some eyes with some of you. I appreciate you. You. All right, brother. Appreciate you. All right now. All right. Now you all enjoy the rest of your homecoming. And with that said, go make magic, Rattlers. One love.
Rattlers, please join me in another round of applause for your 2017 Homecoming Convocation Speaker. Montreal, I would like to present to you the President's Award. This award is presented to Montreal Maurice Miller, 3M, actor, producer, and community servant, for serving as speaker for the 2017 Homecoming Convocation presented this 13th day of October 2017. Thank you, sir, for giving us the true meaning of being a Rattler.
Good morning. I want to say happy homecoming, and to the alumni, welcome home. I love you too. First, can you give a happy birthday to the 18th Mr. FAMU, Jordan Seeley? So in reach of Miss Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University last semester, I made it my platform point to create a scholarship to give it to a deserving Rattler. And thanks to the student body, I serve as your 111th Miss Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. This semester, with the help of others, I was able to put together the Miss FAMU Legacy Scholarship. And I am going to present it to this young lady who is a pharmacy student in NCNW and is also a co-op ambassador along with other leadership roles. She is a true Rattler and plans to leave her legacy. And with this scholarship, I hope to assist her in just doing that. If you will give a round of applause for Ms. Hannah Williams. Keep clapping as she walks to the stage.
Greetings, Rattlers. I am Scarlett Williams, an alumna of the prestigious School of Business and Industry from Jacksonville, Florida.
And I am Tiffany Davis, a proud graduate of the School in Business and Industry, hailing from Dallas, Texas.
The Spring 2000 line of the original Beta Alpha chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, also known as Hadaya, is here today celebrating our 10-year anniversary. To help further the university's motto, Excellence with Caring, we are here to present the university with $5,000 so that other students can experience what it is like to be a part of the FAMU. FAMU, because of you, we are. Thank you, Florida A&M University, for giving us a platform to continue sisterhood, scholarship, and service.
Good morning, Rattlers. I am Berline Thenor, a two-time graduate of Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. And this morning, I am here on behalf of the real Beta Alpha chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Spring 2007 line, Trenchantic 56, illuminating a Timesic era. This weekend, as we celebrate 10 years of scholarship, service, and sisterhood, we understand that to whom much is given, much is required. We understand, and we wanted to show that our gratitude to the university that gave us the sisters we did not know we needed, the prayer warriors that helped pray for us when life brought us to our knees, the cheerleaders who motivated us to live our dreams and walk in our purpose. To show how grateful we are, we want to sow a seed back into FAMU and back into the future of those who can experience the changes that we received when we came to FAMU. So, Mr. President, I would like to present to you a check of $10,000 to continue your motto of excellence with caring. We thank you, FAMU.
Good morning, Rattlers. Let me begin by asking you to once again thank our speaker this morning who shared his personal story with us. I think everybody out there has or is actually working on a story like that of your own. I want to particularly thank Mom, Ms. Miller. Thank you so much for sending him to us. We'll be proud of him forever, and so will you. Thank you. I have just a few acknowledgments that I want to do this morning before I close or give my closing remarks. First of all, I want to acknowledge members of our Board of Trustees, one of which you have heard from already, the Vice Chair of our board, Ms. Kimberly Moore. Ms. Moore, thank you, ma'am, for joining us today. We also have on the podium this morning the President of the Faculty Senate and member of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Betty Grable. Thank you, Dr. Grable, for joining us today. And we also have the pleasure of having in attendance today the Vice Chair of the first Florida A&M University Board of Trustees, Ms. Norma White. I believe she's in the audience. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us. Some of you probably know that Darryl Parks served on our board as well. Thank you, Darryl, for your service to the university. And we're also pleased to have with us this morning the several members of our Foundation Board of Directors. Those gifts that we just received, they're going to be looked over and attended to by these individuals. We are fortunate to have the chair of our Foundation Board of Directors, Mr. Thomas Jones Jr. Thomas, I think I saw you in the audience earlier. Vice Chair Josetta Coleman is with us this morning. Chair Emeritus Brodus Hartley is with us this morning. Directors John Green, Lisa LeBou, Gregory Clark, Carmen Cummins, Cheryl Booker Harris, Elaine Armster, Phyllis Tate, Jamal Gibson, William Bryant, and Kenneth Neighbors are all here joining us for this 130th year celebration. We also have some of the former leaders of this institution in attendance this morning that I am obligated to acknowledge. They are former President Walter Smith and his lovely wife, former President Fred Gaynors and his lovely wife, former President James Ammons and his lovely wife, and if you missed homecoming, or if you missed a Founders Day convocation last week, you really missed a great inspirational story and history lesson by Dr. Ammons. We also have Interim President Henry Lewis in attendance. Henry, are you here? Dr. Henry Lewis. And of course, we have my lovely wife, Ms. Sharon Robinson. We have numerous elected officials in attendance this morning, as well as their representatives. We have Representative Al Jakay here this morning. Thank you, sir, for joining us. We have Representative Camille Brown, an alumnus of this institution, here today. Senator Bobby Powell from the School of Journalism, Graphic Arts, and Communication is here today as well. Representative Ramon Alexander, another alum here this morning. Hey, Ramon, nice to see you. Representative Wingate Newton here this morning. Thank you, sir, for joining us. We have representative from Senator Campbell's office with us this morning. Thank you for joining us. A representative from Senator Perry Thurston's office with us this morning. Thank you for joining us. We have the honor and pleasure of having with us this morning Mayor and the First Lady Andrew Gillum from the city of Tallahassee. Congressman Al Lawson and staff, several members of his staff are here this morning. Former Representative Alan Williams is with us this morning. And Dr. Timothy Beard, the president of Pasco Hernando County State College. Thank you all for joining us this morning, and I want to congratulate the Beta Alpha chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha celebrating their 85th anniversary. I want you to pay careful attention to the bio of our speaker this morning, something that may have been overlooked, but if you really paid attention to his speech this morning, I want the students to remember that part about being in the library at 2 a.m., okay, studying, trying to encourage them to stay open later. Mr. Miller was a summa cum laude graduate of this institution. That needs to be emphasized. If you do great, you can do great things. Mr. Miller has proven that, and so many others as well. One of the things that we want to do this morning is to recognize the outstanding students that we have at this university. This year, I want all freshmen who are scholars, and you know who you are, to please stand and be recognized. So, this is Friday the 13th, October the 13th, and it just so happened that this is my wife and my 33rd anniversary. I told her when we got married 33 years ago, one of these days, I was gonna have a big party in a big place with a lot of people and a big band. Happy anniversary, Sharon. So I want to thank again both the AKAs and the Deltas for their generosity this morning, but I also want to let you know that it's by virtue of that type of support of your alma mater that we keep things going. And I want to particularly note the work of our National Alumni Association and alumni everywhere who have given back to the College of Love and Charity, making us whole. Their work and their funding and their support has been critical in keeping you in school, keeping things right at this institution so that every time you come back, you see a bit more progress than you saw when you left here the last time. So welcome back to Florida A&M University, and to our students and parents, thank you for choosing Florida A&M University. As you heard from Mr. Miller, you made the best decision of your life. What makes this the right place for our students is the outstanding faculty and staff that we have at this institution. I want to have all of the faculty of Florida A&M University please stand at this time and be recognized. They are the ones who really keep the flame burning brightly at this institution. And to all of our community supporters, thank you for your contributions in support of this institution over this 130-year journey. And as I look out into this beautiful sea of orange and green, rattlers everywhere, supporters and friends, it is really inspiring to see so many of you back on the Hill. Now, some of you I know are a little nostalgic and are asking, why did we have convocation in this facility as opposed to Gate the Gym? Well, because Fire Marshal Bill told us if we ever tried to squeeze 5,000 people into a facility that only accommodates 3,500, that I would have problems. So as you heard, we're probably closer to 6,000 people. So we thought we'd just move it across the street. We moved it here so we could truly have a family reunion, which is our theme this year. But about in November of last year, you probably heard many, many times about our new contract with Lockheed Martin, where with our faculty in engineering and chemistry, we are working to design the human or the manned spaceship to Mars, right? And so whereas FAMU's footprint has always been large, it's about to get interstellar, right? And so our theme next year might very well be Fam Universe, okay? Don't try to do anything with that just yet because our legal team already has it, so don't go out there trying to start selling t-shirts, right? I know you do. Since our humble beginnings in 1887 with just 2 instructors and 15 students, FAMU has not only risen in spite of many, many odds, but it has also risen to a special place as a leading institution of higher education in the nation. Just ask U.S. News and World Reports that ranks us the #1 public HBCU in the nation. Rattlers, we have so much to celebrate. If our first graduating class were able to be with us today, I believe that they would be proud of the Florida A&M University today and the prospects for our future. As we work to serve our 9,870 students, the highest enrollment that we've had since 2014, we are continuing to break new ground as we remain steadfast to our mission to advance knowledge, resolve complex issues, and empower citizens and communities. In fact, just a few weeks ago, we learned that Florida A&M University is receiving 2 multi-year awards that will provide more than $1 million in new federal funding to strengthen our entrepreneurship and technology commercialization on campus and in the community. The United States Department of Commerce awarded $483,000 over 3 years to FAMU's new Research, Entrepreneurship, and Commercialization Hub, also known as REACH. And the Economic Development Administration awarded FAMU $590,000 over 5 years for our new FAMU Innovation Center programs. And they're investing in FAMU because of the great faculty that we have, the great staff that we have, but more importantly, the great students that we have. We're also proud to announce that we have recently signed a memorandum of understanding with the Boys and Girls Club to provide 10 annual scholarships to students interested in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics disciplines beginning now and through 2022. This partnership will assist us in recruiting and retaining national merit finalists and scholars from around the state of Florida and the nation. This year, or this month, we also launched a new 21st century partnership with Broward County Schools, which is the sixth largest public school district in the country. To kick off our new partnership, to develop pipeline opportunities to bring even more Broward County students to our university, this week we are hosting administrators from the district. With all representatives from Broward County Schools, please stand and be recognized. There they are. Thank you. Thank you. These are just a few examples of how we'll continue to expand our national reach and enhance our academic and community programs. I also want to acknowledge on our campus, we have an outstanding group of individuals who are here to help ensure the quality of our School of Journalism is maintained. The Board of Visitors for the School of Journalism, would you please stand and be acknowledged? I would also, FAMU is so full of so much rich history. But I just want to take a moment to recognize a history maker who's celebrating homecoming with us this week. Miss Norma White, as I said, was the first female to join the FAMU Marching 100 many years ago. Ms. White, thank you, Ms. White, for helping them understand what they needed to do and doing it well. Also celebrating another special milestone is our Army ROTC. This year marks their 70th anniversary. Many of our state and national leaders are affiliated with FAMU's ROTC programs, including we have more than 1,200 officers who have been commissioned through this excellent program. These great leaders include 5 general officers and 1 former Secretary of Defense cabinet officials. Congratulations, Rattler Battalion, with all current and former members of the Army ROTC, please stand and be recognized. You've often heard me say it, over this 130-year history of Florida A&M University, not a single day passed where something great didn't happen. Great things happen at Florida A&M University each and every day. And we want to thank all of you, alumni and supporters, who have helped make this possible. In fact, this year, we celebrated a new fundraising record of $8.5 million, thanks to the generosity of our alumni, faculty, staff, students, and partners. These efforts are highlighted by the ongoing campaign of our National Alumni Association to raise funds specifically earmarked to assist our students in completing their degree programs. Many of our National Alumni Association Executive Board members and chapter presidents are here joining us today. Please stand, all of you, and be recognized. We appreciate the efforts of all of our alumni to help us continue to break fundraising records this year, and we're off to a great start for the future. We have donors like Ms. Tamara Garrett and Miami City Commission Chair Keon Hardeman, who this weekend will present the university with $75,000 towards their $100,000 commitment to the School of Business and Industries Big Board Endowed Scholarship. Ms. Garrett and Mr. Hardeman, please stand and be recognized. We're also fortunate to have not only alumni, but also other industry leaders who come to our campus throughout this year to sow seeds of wisdom and knowledge in our students and prepare them for success. They have also been instrumental in helping us to support students and the university with the funding needed to ensure excellence in our academic programs. Joining us for this homecoming this year are several groups that continue to make a profound impact on our students. As I said earlier, we have the Board of Visitors from the School of Journalism's Graphic Arts and Communications. we have members of our FAMU Foundation Board and our industry cluster. Several retirees are in the room this morning, and representatives of Ford Motor Company. Would you all please stand and be recognized? And speaking of future Rattlers, we're also proud to host today students from the FAMU DRS, Royal Court, and its student body. As we also have students from Havana Magnet Schools. Would all representatives from these schools please stand and be recognized? And to all of our alumni, fans, and supporters who travel from across the nation and around the world to participate in this family reunion, thank you for all that you do to spread the good news about your alma mater, Florida A&M University. And as I take my seat, I want to ensure, wait, I got one more thing I need to do. One more thing I need to I got one more thing I need to do. One of the things that we're working on, as I said at the convocation last week, is our quality enhancement plan. And in that quality enhancement plan, we've entitled it Right On FAMU. That is W-R-I-T-E, Right On FAMU. We're trying to enhance that particular skill set for our students, giving them an upper hand in the world of work and whatever comes next in their lives. So we will be promoting Pound Right On FAMU with the goal of ensuring that all of you are aware of what we're doing here. So what I want to do is take a moment to have all of us, all of the students, to join me with Right On FAMU. So I'm on, at the count of three, all right? At the count of three, I know the 100's gonna get this right. I want everybody to follow me with Right On FAMU, okay? 1, 2, 3. Right On FAMU. So thank you all very much. We just made a video of that. We hope we have your permission to do so. So thank you all for coming out this morning. It's been such a wonderful thing to see so many of you here this morning. We got a lot of work to do today and tomorrow. You know, we got this school from North Carolina that think that they're great. We got a football team here that think that we are greater. We're gonna show them what greatness is really all about tomorrow. And just in case they didn't know, and now, when the dark clouds gather on the horizon, when thunder and lightning fill the sky, when fate is but a glint in the eye of a fallen rattler, and hopes are lost friends, when the sinew of the chest grows weary from those hard-charging linebackers, and the muscles in the legs grow tired from those hard-charging running backs, you must always remember that the Rattlers will strike and strike and strike again. Thank you.
Dear Lord, thank you for what you've allowed to take place in this place. And now as we leave this place, keep us in your care as only you can. Keep us from all hurt, harm, and danger. Allow us to celebrate in peace and in safety. Until we meet again, may your peace be with us all. Amen.
Thank you, Rattlers. We ask now that you all will expeditiously exit the building so they can perform some FAMU magic and get ready for the gala tonight. Thank you.